is good, YouTube? Today, we are continuing Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have to confess. I could have completely faked this and pretended that nothing happened, but I just can't do that. It's just so cringe. I watched episode 31, and it was a good episode. Not much happened, luckily. But, when I go to send my video to my editor, I realize that I was muted the whole time. Wah, wah, wah. If I didn't have chocolate fudge cake here right now, don't know, I didn't eat the whole thing. Okay, it looks bad. No, I didn't eat the whole thing. I've got family. I left the last slice for myself. Anyway, okay, distracted them with cake. Job done. Now they should be happy. Watched episode 31. Realized that I recorded this. I think this is the first time I've ever done this on my channel. So, nice. And yeah, I'm not going to fake a reaction or be like, you know, do a recording over it or something. Nope. I'm going to put 31 in the title purely because people will be like, what the hell happened to episode 31 if I jump to 32? And I'll go over it and tell you my thoughts as we go. But yeah, couldn't react to it, obviously. I was muted, so there's no dialogue saved. So it's just impossible to do unless I do a fake reaction, which I genuinely can't do that. It's so cringe. So we'll go over it together. It starts with, I think her name's Hawk, you know, going over about what happened and stuff. And she's actually becoming a lot more likable, which is really, really cool. And yeah, that happens. The dog's cute. Edward goes to Al, and they talk about. He tells Al about everything about happened in Ishval. Good scene. Nothing crazy. What's big about this though is they realize that they want to find out. Oh yeah, he asks Al, "What are you gonna do when you first get your body back?" And he's like, "I'm gonna try Winry's cooking," which is kind of adorable. But she's in love with Ed. Anyway, but that's a story for another time. They're gonna go and figure out why the other people, and I mean that in the least racist way possible, can use magic, alchemy, when the guy turned it off. So they need to go and talk to them. Anyway, good scene. They're looking for her, blah, blah, blah. Not much happens here. We meet these guys, so on and so forth. A great scene that I absolutely loved this episode. And at this point, I said how, by these two were definitely flirting here, by the way. And I talked about how Roy Mustard, a.k.a. Roy Mustang, is the most frustrating character in this show because of how inconsistently cool he is and just goofy he is. It's like they couldn't decide how they wanted him to be. So, in my opinion, it just hasn't worked with me. But when he's like this guy, super serious, and he's like, he's talking about each chess piece and how each the what's his name has each chess piece. It was such a good scene. Absolutely loved it. And this is Roy Mustang to me. But literally 10 seconds later, they're looking for the thingy. They're looking for the girl because she's gone missing. 10 seconds later, Roy Mustard shows up and he's just a goofball again. I get what they're trying to do, but he's just there he is. Look, this goofball mode, classic. Anyway, he's talking about owing him money and stuff, and he's like, "I'll owe you money if you don't die," and blah blah blah. Weird scene. This guy's back. He's pissed off with, I think her name's Lan Fan. He genuinely slaps her. We meet her, which was great. Then we meet her, which wasn't great. And they're talking about sending someone to him. Not much going on. Yeah, he slaps her here. This guy was the MVP this episode. Great, great, great character. Because he's like this. He's like me with bocce. He's a tsundere, but like, well done. Anyway, he's like looking after people and healing them, and they're all like, "Thank you for saving us." And then his family shows up out of the blue. Oh yeah, I remember saying how badass he looks in a suit. His family shows up out of the blue, and I'm not gonna lie. When his family showed up, oh yeah, you get a flashback to clearly him doing atrocities in Ishval. But he's like, oh look, I helped these people, which is great. When his family showed up, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was is his name Envy? I thought this is Envy. I thought this was a trap because it was just so random. But no, his son's like, oh, I want to be a doctor, and he's just like, oh, I've been a doctor these past 2 days, and they're so happy to hear that. So it was a really good scene. My favorite scene of the show. And this part right here, I'm going to play it just because I need to hear the writing because it was so good. It's okay for someone like me to want happiness of enjoying some coffee with his family, right? He's asking God if that's okay, which was insane. And then, finally, the Crimson Alchemist is back in the picture. I've been waiting to see where this guy is. Also, randomly, when I was reacting to this, I, for some reason, remembered that there was another greed envy thing called the Sloth, and how we haven't seen him yet. Just putting that out there. Anyway, really good scene here. He eats the thing. They ask for the stone back. This is a flashback. He kills everyone. Yeah, I like this guy. Badass villain. And he gets released. And he looks cool doing it. I did do a Michael Jackson smooth criminal joke here. This was a really good scene. He's like the bomber in Hunter x Hunter. So I'm assuming he can put bombs on people. Anyway, he shakes the warden's hand, who the warden's like, how the hell are you getting out? This is injustice, blah, blah, blah. He shakes his hand and puts like a dud bomb on it. He's like, I've got a gift before you go. It looks like a bomb. And it's such a good scene because it's literally just a duck. It's just so good. And yeah, gets in the car. Obviously, it was Envy who let him free. Let me find a shot. There we go. This is character. It's Envy, and it's just an NPC. And he's talking about going to, he's giving him a mission and how he needs to find Marco. Because if you remember last episode, I thought, oh, that's not the body. And then I saw the feet and I was like, oh, wait, that is Marco. Actually, no, it wasn't. There was a chimera in the room and he turned that body human. Also, big thing here, he gave him an updated Philosopher's Stone. The gooey one. I am pretty sure my theory here is the gooey stone turns him into Lust or someone like that. Someone who's died who was in the group. So he'll be like a male Lust. I don't know. That's my theory. But when he eats the normal one that he's got, he just gets powers. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong. And then we meet Marco and Scar. And Scar is hands down the best character in this show. I said it at the end of this episode, and I'll just say it now. Because this show's most frustrating thing, I've said it over and over again. I say it about most shows I love. If there's something I don't like, I'll let you know. Demon Slayer has this problem. In my opinion, FULLMETAL ALCHEMIST Brotherhood has it worse. But in serious scenarios, this show does stupid jokes and completely ruins really tense moments. And people have told me it stops, whatever. It hasn't. It's really annoying. It's my least favorite thing about the show. Show's still good and I'm enjoying it. Scar, that shit doesn't happen. This brother's just serious. He's written so well. His voice acting is elite. Okay, I just checked my microphone. Thank God I wasn't muted. That would have been hilarious. And he's just the most consistently written character in the show. His VA kills it. Anyway, best character in the show. He's what the show should be all the time, in my opinion, with jokes here and there. Anyway, does a really cool scene here where he's intimidating Thingy and he wants Marco because he's still got a puzzle on his arm and he wants to learn more about it. Crazy thing is the scene right now. Everyone's looking for Dr. Marco. Scar, right in front of the little lass, who's the most adorable character, just eviscerates his face so no one can recognize him. Absolute savage. Great episode. Maybe I should just react to shows like this from now on. Anyway, I gave MVP to the Doctor. Looking back, maybe I could have gave it to the Crimson Alchemist or Scar. But the Doctor, the scene was really good and I just really liked it. And yeah, I hope you guys are okay with me doing this if I ever mess up in the future. This is just the best way. I couldn't do some fake cringe reaction, man. I can't do it. I haven't got that bone in my body. I really don't. Anyway, let's get to the next episode. That was episode 31. Sorry again. Hopefully that mistake won't happen. And let's get to episode 32. The Fuhrer's Son. Which, it sounds very interesting. Thankfully, that episode didn't have much going on. I don't mean it's a filler, but it could have been worse, right? Kawaii. Very interesting title. Very interesting title. I don't know if anyone's played a game called Trails of Cold Steel, but it just hit me how similar the world is. Not the world, but the aesthetic. Is that someone in disguise? Why are they calling the little panda a cat? I guess that's a cat in this world? I don't know. Said it's unusual. Have we seen cats? GG's. We saw the girl with a guy who looked like Marco and him with a guy who looks like Marco. One of them is obviously going to be the Asian guy. I'm assuming that's the plan. Again, I would like to reiterate, I didn't eat the whole cake. The cake was shared amongst family members. Show's not been the same since he left. Okay, so who is this old lady? Oh, it's the guy. It's the old man. Wasn't that the plan?
さすが変人と名高いグラマン閣下。予想外の変装です。
豆粒女が見つからない以上、自分たちで調べるしかない。少しでも手がかり見つかるといいね。
なるほど。なるほど。すべて黒か。しかし情報と引き換えに失ったもの多すぎ。信用できる部下を引き剥がされちゃったら元も子もないですから。
しかし。Does that mean but?
返す言葉もありません。
Also.
レイブンまでもか。
ホムンクルスのことか。
Well, obviously.
不死などくだらんと一周してやった。そしたらその後すぐわし東方司令部に飛ばされちゃった。
左遷ですか。
おかげでごたごたとうるさい東部問題の尻拭いをし続ける羽目になったよ。
リオールは大混乱に陥りましたが、初期の段階で東方軍が迅速に行動して暴動を抑えることができました。
が、セントラル軍が出張ってきて、東方軍はお払い箱にされた。だったっけな。
Okay.
ええ。リオールの治安が急激に悪化したのは、セントラル軍が入ってきてからです。地方の長で満足する気など かけらもないのでしょう。イシュバールを経験した屈強な兵を要する東方軍を持っておられるというのに。
セントラルが面白いことになってきたおかげで消えかかっていた野望の火種がまた燃え上がってきたわい。
ナイス。
本気を出すと化粧が崩れますよ、ご婦人。
あらいけない。
Good one.
この後お暇ですか？
ダメだ。なんでこんなに練炭術の記述が少ねえんだよ。いっそ真にわたって本場も学ぶか。
Yes.
いやしかしオートメールであの砂漠越えは。少佐何やってんだ。
図書館ではお静かにである。お主白黒猫を連れた真の少女を追っておるらしいな。
おお。ってなんで知ってるんだよ。来たか。よし、そんだけ分かりゃ動ける。少佐ありがとな。大佐にも礼言っといて。
待て待て、焦るな。持って行け。
なんだこれ。
紹介状だ。
Such a good
役に立たん
stamp.
かもしれんが、まず会え。アームストロング少将だ。
His sister?
FULLMETAL ALCHEMIST. FULLMETAL ALCHEMIST.
Selim! I love how she looked like a Stark out of Game of Thrones. Oh, the classic's about to happen. The classic. Bro, he's such a cold character, man. So sick.
西部に報告しろ。あれはウエストシティ行きの列車だ。
くそ。
これといった練炭術の記述は見つからないな。あのメイってこの遠隔錬成術すごかったな。あれ使えたらいいな。鋼の錬金術師さんの兄弟の大きい鎧さんですか？そうだ
I
けど
wonder.
どうも。っていうか図書館ではお静かに。すみません。でもエルリック兄弟はこの錬金術先進国のアメストリスで国家資格を取れるほどの腕利きなんでしょ？それがなんで他国のマイナーな錬金術を調べてるんですか？僕の体を取り戻すとかホムンクルスに対抗する方法を探ってるなんて言えないよな。
アルフォンス支度しろ。行くぞ。
兄さん図書館ではお静かに。ってどこ行くって？
詳しい話は歩きながら説明する。とにかく出発だ。ホテルの荷物をまとめろ。どこのガキだ。お前もう一回言ってみろ。もう一回言ってみろ。飛ぶよ。海洋性あたりとく。
噂通り小さいって言ったらブチ切れるんだ。
セリム・ブラッドレー。
Selim!
大総統の息子の。はいそうです。
This should be interesting.
なんでこうなるんだ。俺たち北に行くはずだろう。
そんなこと言われても。
ごめんなさいね。
ごめん。
この子ずっとエドワードさんに憧れてて。
そしてお父さんの役に立ちたいんです。
お父さんはキング・ブラッドレー大総統は好きか？
もちろんです。
お父さんってどんな人かな？
立派な人です。大総統は毎日忙しそうだものね。
I want to hear from her.
そうなのよ。あの人まだ現役でバリバリ働くつもりなの。もういい年なんだから休めばいいのに。昔から 仕事一辺倒の人でね。仕事はできるけど女心のわからない。
Aura.
まあ
Can't believe I just that word. Sorry.
おお、セリム。
どうしたんですの？
中央司令部で会ったばかりじゃないか。おうそうか、図書館で出会ったのか。
私たち夫婦に子供ができなかったの。だから親戚の子を養子にもらったのよ。
親思いで優しい子に育ってくれた。
やめてよお父さん、恥ずかしいです。
何かね。
Yes. What do you think, you idiot?
いえ、いつも司令部にいらっしゃる姿しか見ていないので、やっぱりほらね
イメージのギャップってやつですよ。
そうか。
そう
私にも家族がいるんだよ。
お父さん、もう行っちゃうんですか？
おう、そろそろ公務に戻る時間だ。行くぞ。
Just threatened him, intimidated him, gave him compliments,
ああ、
showed how he's an alright dad, just all of that in like 2 minutes. Confused him.
奥さんも息子さんも大総統がホムンクルスだってこと。
練炭術の秘密引き出してやれ。
朝には着く。眠っておけ。
そう、まんまと逃げおせましたか。これはウエストエリアの地図ですね。この間のどこかでスカートマルコーは消えた。カーブでは速度をかなり落としますね。飛び降りることは可能ですか？
できなくはないでしょうが、とても危険です。
そうですか。
I am so intrigued about learning more about the Crimson Guy. Apparently there's bloody outros that I just always miss.
本当につまらなかったからな。
There really are. I can't stand after credit scenes. Why do shows do it?
北に行くのってもしかしたら初めてじゃない？
そうだな。
I finally watched one, and it's probably the least important one I've watched. Oh. Yeah. All right. So I can't wait to learn more about the alchemist, the Crimson Guy, Crimson Alchemist. I can't remember what he's called. Excuse me. One thing, sometimes in shows, no matter how little a character's in the episode, they just steal the scene and they just leave the mark on the episode, even if they were in it for 2 minutes out of a 25-minute episode. And to me, if you do that, you get MVP. And Bradley just did that. Shows up, completely just steals the show. Man, such an intriguing character. It's one of those characters you want to see more of, but I like that you also understand why the writers put them in so little, because it keeps them mysterious and so on and so forth. The VA's perfect. Visually, he looks so cool and badass. Most times, characters like that would, you know, chug around giant swords. He uses rapiers, which are like sort of like fencing swords almost style weapons, which is really interesting. They're like dexterity-based weapons instead of like strength-based weapons, which is just another interesting piece to the character. Yeah, man. He's just another one. Him alongside Scar just are the best characters in the show. So he's getting MVP. It's just so easy. Again, apologies about messing up the beginning, but just in case you weren't sure, the Doctor got MVP the first episode, and it was an enjoyable episode. This one was much better. I can't fake reactions. Hope you guys don't mind that I just, kind of glossed over it and gave you guys my thoughts and theories. And yeah, I can't wait to learn more about this Crimson Alchemist as well. We got his backstory last episode a little bit. It wasn't really his backstory. It was more what happened and how he ended up in prison. But yeah, just more characters to learn about. Looking forward to seeing who this girl is in the north. And I think we're in good pace. I think I might be doing 2 episodes now. An accident, but screw it. We might as well just do 2 episodes. Right? Should I? Yeah. Should I? Yes, I probably should, because we're going to have Breaking Bad alongside it anyway. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon, and I'll see you guys next time for more. Bye-bye.